Hello, everybody. Welcome to Minecraft. We are here on the server, the one and only server that me and my friends play on. And, um, I have a mission. Let me get inside away from some of this rain noise. Um, the game got updated to 1.20. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means that there are new things in the game. New trees, new, I'm not sure why there's blood in there. Oh, I think it's supposed to be water, but who knows. Um, anyway, yeah, Nathan and Brayden have not been on this server for quite some time. Let me show you around. So this is Nathan's house. This is Nathan's house. Quite a little thing. This is the world's smallest house. Has a couple of things of mine in here. Very nice. Has a bed, has a crafting table, has a furnace down there. All packed into one tiny little house. I think that's pretty cool. Over here, we have my house, which is very nice and big. Up here, we have my castle, which you can get into by climbing. And apparently there's a tiny little dog in here. Interesting. If I remember correctly, there is, a horse, my horse, that has been hidden down there because we had a friend who used to be part of the server who was known for sort of harassing and killing your livestock, which is kind of sucks, but hey, he got kicked a long time ago. It's been a while since I have been on. It's been even longer since Brayden or even Nathan has been on play. But today, I have a mission, a great calling, to go out there somewhere into the wilderness and find two things. One, cherry trees, so that I can get cherry blossoms. And two, the other tree, which is, I believe they're called, the other tree type. Oak saplings. They're like swamp, like willow they're like willows, kind of. And, well, I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna cut them down. This is a hidden hill house, or at least it was before half of these trees were cut away, and you can totally see it from the ship. Oh, hello, good sir. Where are your llamas? Good question. Mangrove. Mangrove trees are what they're called. I don't have enough emeralds to trade with them, or else I would just simply trade for them. But I'm going to go on a journey to find these things and to bring them home, plant them, and cultivate them. Just like a long time ago, I went on a big mission to find jungle saplings and not to make my jungle area. Over here we have Emily's sister's house, which has been so long since she has ever been on. And then I'll show you this over here. Two things, actually. We have right over here a life replica of my house. And right here is where I'm streaming right now. Right here. The computer and the desk and everything, it's right here. And that is this window right here. And then over here, we have a realistic view of Nathan's apartment, which, if I remember correctly, is still not finished after all this time. Even though he could have finished this at any point. He built it, and then he hasn't touched it since. So, why would he do this, you might ask? Good question. Over there, we have Braden's house. Very cool. But today, we're not worried about any of that. We're going to find ourselves some birch and mangrove saplings, bring them back, and cultivate them. Because people have not spent a lot of time on this server, who knows how much time it will take to find excuse me. Yeah, I think my settings might have gotten messed up. So here we are. We're going to do a long travel. Now, what's interesting is that keep inventory is off. And so, what does that mean? Well, it means we have to I had to bring nothing with me, because I would drop it all if I accidentally died. Now, monsters spawning is also off, but there's still environmental damage. So, yeah. I have here on a piece of paper written the coordinates for home, and eventually I will be able to find home again. But that'll be a while. For now, we're just going to travel beyond the realms of discovery, and we will find some birch. Not birch, cherry. Sorry. Cherry. We will find some cherries. And we will find some mangrove trees. Both of which we will take back home and plant near our house. Now here we can see another boat that could not come any farther down this way. But that's okay. We will travel here on foot to find ourselves the sweet, sweet cherry trees somewhere in the distant lands of our server. Presumably, I will have to go far from the lands that we have already traveled so that new biomes and new lands can generate and I can find the new stuff. So, that's our mission. To go where no man in this server has gone before. And to find mangrove and cherry trees. Will I survive this mission? Or will I die far, far from home to possibly never return? I have pondered long and hard on this very topic. I will take those destroyed flowers as a good omen, and I will continue on my merry way. And as I do so, I will give you guys updates. But for now, I will travel the wastelands in search of my prize. And the first night of our travels has fallen upon us. Do I see light in the distance? I do, but this is false light. You see, there is nothing here to cause such light. Unless this is a haunting reminder that we have indeed been here before, and that I am nowhere close to my goal. We have now entered an entire birch forest with oddly lit up island. What could this mean? Are these light glitches? I'm not so sure. Nevertheless, we shall continue our pursuit. Dang, that is a giant birch tree right there, and if I go this way, there's more giant birch trees. These are probably the tallest birch trees that I have ever seen. More odd light glitches and light pollution from the roads that have been traveled continue to show up as we continue our pursuits. And now we reach another river. On the other side of this river, some dark oak wood trees. On this side, we have odd water generation. Could this mean that we are getting into the realms of ungenerated territory? Or is it simply more glitches from the land well traveled? This is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We have land that has generated inside of this waterbed. Is this well traveled? Or am I stumbling upon the land untraveled? Only time will tell. I see more light on a distant hilltop. What could this mean? Could it be that these lands have indeed been traveled long, long ago and potentially climbed? I believe I see here in the distance, perhaps, the signs of wooden pillars once used long, long ago to climb these desolate cliffs. Oak planks, able to finally climb upwards to find something. Hopefully, whoever left these behind found what they were looking for. The dirt here is coarse. What could this mean? More interesting land generations and more light generations, which I'm still not sure why or how these ghastly lights continue to show us that this area has been traveled once before. But as we continue to travel, we see the moon slightly begin to dip, meaning that another day will be upon us. But as time draws closer to dawn, and we reach another luscious birch forest, a feeling begins to creep up on me. The feeling that even if this is the new update, could we potentially not find what we're looking for? Or could we potentially lose our lives to the fate of such things like these hidden ravines that seemingly come out of nowhere? Only time will tell. As we come upon another shoreline and dawn begins to rise, we come upon more light pollution in the distance, which makes you wonder whether we have traveled this lands before. A boat, oddly parked at the edge of this ravine, suggests that someone has been here before. But I shall not give it a second thought as I continue my journey, now into the dark lands of the Darkwood Forests. I will continue to ponder several questions, like, could I actually find what I'm looking for? Will I continue to find odd water block generations such as these? Or is the land that has been traveled before so large that I'll lose myself in it and never be able to find new terrain? I find another large ravine, oddly with wood placed deep within, causing me to wonder whether it is built by a player or generated as part of a large system of rails that exists within this world. We come upon a beach here. Traveling by sea is preferably not what I wish to do, because the new cherry trees, such as this, perhaps, rooted dirt, flowering azalea, which makes me wonder, what is this? Could this be a new type of wood? Or could it sadly be the same dirt and the same wood that we have always found and may always find when traveling these lands? As I continue to travel and continue to find ocean, I do continue to wonder whether my journey on land will eventually have to come to an end, and I will have to take to the oceans, where it is possible that I could pass by an island containing everything I need, and yet not be able to see it until it's too late. These are all the questions that ponder a weary traveler as he journeys lands that he does not know, but yet may others know. I will bring you updates as I continue to travel. I believe I see a shipwreck out in the distance. Looted, perhaps. A waste of time to swim all the way out here to find it empty? Mayhaps. But I shall look upon whatever is inside and take whatever I think is worth taking with me. And as I come on board, I see that this ship has been generated naturally. It still has a fair amount of its treasures lying within. Will I find all the treasures intended to be found here? I do not know. What I do know is that my character runs out of air particularly fast. One last area to check, and in it, disappointment, for there is nothing interesting inside of it. And as I swim around and begin to take damage from the amount of time I've been underwater, I realize that I must continue my journey to find my precious cherry wood. At all costs. Not at all costs, most costs. I'll bring you updates in the future. As I continue my travels, and another night sets upon us, I find myself looking upon yet another strange, watery generation. You see, this should not be possible. I am standing in a rather large bubble of an extremely large underground cave. This is not... this should not be possible, because these water pockets, and the way that this water generates, shouldn't even be able to exist. But apparently, nature in Minecraft knows some interesting things, including in fact, including maybe where it's hiding the new terrain in which I will find my cherries. I come upon another odd terrain generation that should normally be filled with water, but instead, all I find is grass and growth, which perplexes me. Nevertheless, I shall press on forward to find what it is I am looking for. However, in real life, it begins to be tiresome to travel, and the traveler, as well as the player, may have to turn in for the night to be able to travel fresh in the morning. But I am not tired yet. I will find what it is I'm looking for. When I find it, I will take it, and I will take it home and add it to my collection of trees and other such things. Interesting. An interesting sandstone marker covering this massive and impressive ravine. We continue to travel through normal pre-1.20 terrain, looking for that elusive new content. Will we find it? However, Only time will tell. I wish that new terrain, could generate in old terrain, so that you could find the old stuff in the new stuff in the old stuff. But alas, that is not how terrain generation works. You have to travel well beyond the reaches of you and your team's exploration to find what you're looking for. Or you could simply go into creative and cheat. But since this is a realm that I am not the owner of, I do not have such abilities. I come across another large sandy desert-like beach, and another massive shipwreck, this time beached, oddly enough. What secrets could it contain? Could it contain how lava and water stay separated like they have here for so long? Again, time will tell. But what does the shipwreck contain? As I climb aboard, I find myself inside the captain's cabin, in which there is nothing. Puzzled, I go up to look around at the surrounding landscape. Could it be that my friends have traveled yet even this far out? The answer, surprisingly, is no. For the treasure is not too far out of reach. This pleases me. As I go forward, I find nothing else interesting on board. So, it's time to take the map out onto this sandy atoll. And dig. Where this X is telling us to dig. What will we find? Who knows? Could it all be a ruse? Could be. Do I definitely need to widen the distance in which I can dig? Absolutely. Will we be able to find the buried treasure? We have found the buried treasure. Inside contains various pieces of chain mail, music disc, and heart of the sea. These treasures are very interesting, yet they are not what I am after, however. But we shall continue on, and we shall find what it is I am looking for. I will report back when I found something. Is that? I believe I have found a village, ladies and gentlemen. An untouched village, perhaps? If so, perhaps they would be able to trade with me with the necessary items. Or finding them naturally is what I would prefer, but if this is how I shall find them, then it is how I should find them. There is an iron golem here to watch over the villagers. This is indeed interesting. Coal for emeralds. This gives me an idea. Could I find a trader somewhere around here that gives me certain items for what I want? I will check with all of them to find out what indeed they have. And maybe we have a normal villager that does absolutely nothing. Wonderful. But let's ask. Hello, my fellow farmer. Do you happen to have nothing? Hello, good sir. Clay for emeralds? You got it. This right here is clay. I will find you more clay. In fact, I believe, if I am not mistaken, that this here is clay. It takes, of course, forever to dig because I am underwater. But I shall remedy this situation quickly by creating a place to stand above water and mine it with my hands. This may take some time, but I need emeralds. I now am a man with almost a full stack over a full stack of clay. Let us go give this clay to our friend, if I can find him. And if they are still who I am looking for. Strange. Seem to be more and more of these villagers that do nothing Well, this situation can be remedied by simply telling everyone to go home. And as I follow this gentleman here, I believe we have found ourselves the Emerald Man. I am now a man with 8 emeralds. What other interesting things could I find here in this village? Treasure, perhaps? Other villagers that give other things? Maybe. Could I stumble upon a chest that has inside of it the very things that I'm looking for? That's more doubtful. But at least I know that this village has what I'm looking for. But as I continue to search the village, I realize something that I may have realized all too soon. My journey is not over yet. I sleep here for the night. And maybe, just maybe tomorrow, I will continue my journey and find what I am looking for.